Right, good morning everyone. Now, got up this morning, it's fine. I'm not fussed about it. It's not quite dried there in the middle, but that's fine. It will dry. And mine's going to be permanently shut anyway, so I'm going to glue mine down. I'm just waiting for the hot glue. It's just like a false book. And really what I should have done last night, I think, is put a piece of chipboard on there. I mean, I could still do that easily. I might do that, I don't know yet. I don't want to use the inside of it. It'll never get used for anything. I'm just sharing with you how to make them. But yeah, and to be honest, I'm not keen on using toilet roll. I think I've always used tissue paper or kitchen roll. It's a lot stronger. But, hey, it's dried and we can get on. Now I'm going to be using this, which is Crawford and Black. It's acrylic paint and this is the white. So I'm just going to get my little pot. Let's have a look, see which pot I'm going to use. I'm going to use this one. One of these. To be honest, do you know what? I can't be bothered using those because I've got to clean them. So I used a bit of paper, a bit of card. So the card I was using yesterday, the bit that had a rough edge, you know, like that bit there, we'll just use that. Just as good. Because now we're going to put a touch of white on it. And just cover the whole thing. Try and leave your tubs upside down so that they stand properly, and you've always got paint on it, you know, at the bottom for you to play around with. Right, all we've got to do now is to paint it. And I'm just using, like I said, acrylic white. With acrylic white you can use water, just to water it down a little bit. It goes over the surface a little more flexible. You may have to do an extra coat, but that doesn't matter. So now what I'm going to do is to dry that off a little bit before I do any more, because I want to be able to handle it. Now the thing is, you can make a set of these books to have them on your decking or wherever you want to put them, and they look fabulous, see? So now what I'm going to do is just to, it won't hurt me closing that, and I am going to put a false cover on it, I think. I should have doubled this. Not that section, but this section, and it wouldn't have done that. It wouldn't have dipped, but that was my mistake. And we learn by those mistakes, don't we? Now, like I said, I'm not covering the back. I just need to paint it, that's all. It's all going to be painted the same colour as the front. So I'm not fussed about that. It's not something you will see. You can, if you want to, but I don't have time to do it. So, in general, I left it like that because of this to dry last night, but I should have covered it. And I'm not going to do it now because you know to cover it. You don't need to see me do that because it'll just take longer and longer, the video. So cover all of it when you do yours. Now I do sell, somebody said to me, what do you do with all the things you make, Fiona? I do sell them, and I put up the box and the keyring holder for a couple of £2 each. When I do them as tutorials, I sell them cheap. And not because they're no good, because there's nothing wrong with them. I mean, they're not done as perfect as I would do if I was making them to sell in the shop, if you know what I mean. So, so they are there if anybody would like them. Even if you bought them so you could copy them, you know, for a couple of £. I just cover the cost of the materials that I use. And we have some awesome things in the shop, folks, so do go around and have a look. You know, I know with COVID and Christmas and whatnot, but I still have to make a living because this is my living. So I do have to promote myself. That's what I'm trying to say. I do have to promote myself. I gave up my job to do this, to teach full time, and therefore the shop does bring in a little bit of money that buys what I need to do it, to be able to bring these free videos to you, and earns me a little bit of cash to get some goods, and you know, that I can carry on doing the videos. So if you don't shop there, oh, you can't do the videos. No, but it's true. I gave up my full-time job in school to do this. So, and kept the shop on, because I couldn't do both, if you know what I mean. And I wanted to do this because I love doing it. So I know some people don't like me promoting the shop, but it's tough. I'm going to do it because it's my shop and I have to earn a living. You know, if you keep coming along to watch the videos, it'd be appreciative if you went along to the shop and bought some of the goods. Otherwise, these will stop eventually because I just won't be able to afford to do it. I know people say, well, you've got loads. No, my shop's got loads. I don't. My personal collection is right down. I've cut it right back. Right, that is just the tissue paper that wasn't glued down properly. You just put a bit of paint over it and it's fine. And it had that, you know, like an air hole in it. That's probably what that is. That's it. So I'm just going to dry that bit off now. I know some people don't understand when they say, oh, you know, they've got their stuff and it lasts them forever. Mine doesn't, because I craft every day, and I do an awful lot of projects that you never see me do as well as this lot. You know what I mean? So my equipment really goes quick because I'm using it all the time. But to do the tutorials and that, you know, hey, materials cost, and the videos are free. I only have 6 videos out of 5,000 that you pay for, and then you're only paying a couple of dollars, of, you know, $5-6 for those particular ones. And even then I get paid. I'm not paying that. I can get it for free. Well, yeah, a lot of people do videos. But a lot of people charge an earth, or the earth, for their videos. I don't. All mine are free apart from those 6. And that little bit of income is what, like I say, keeps things ticking over. And me able to come and do as many videos. Nobody does as many videos in the craft world as what I've done. And as you know, I can do 6, 7, 8 a week. When I'm on the ball sort of thing. And I've often done that. And nobody else does it. But I'm the one that's, oh, free. And I just think, well, go somewhere else and see what you can get from somebody for free. You know. I'd say things because it's true. And it takes me a long time to get stuff together, and then when I get it together it doesn't last because I do so much. So I'm not ashamed in saying anything about it. I don't pull any punches, and I will tell you as it is. With your support, dropping in by the shop, it's what, you know, obviously I've got to earn a living, and it buys the equipment for me to carry on doing these hundreds and hundreds of videos for you on every subject. How many artists does that? You might just get one that makes flowers and nothing else, one that makes pictures and nothing else. And bring you a wide variety of crafts. Free. And I know there's people that come along just for the video and then bugger off somewhere and buy the stuff. That's fine. But I will keep these going as long as I can. But if, you know, I mean, the COVID's not done the shop any good at all. As you know, everybody's losing business. And then times like this, Christmas, no one's going to come and shop with me when they can go somewhere else and buy Christmas presents. It's, you know, that's the sensible thing to do, is to see your kids okay first, or your friends and family, whatever. So yeah, it's not the easiest of jobs to earn a living. And I don't charge the earth like many people do, because they're out for a killing. They're going, oh yeah, look at that, I can get it for that, and I'm gonna get that for it. And I don't. I try and make it that you, all of you, can afford to craft. You know, this I work for the people sort of thing, if you know what I mean. It's helping everybody else so that everybody can do this. And we bring some quirky things, some amazing things to the table. Always have. And I think about my customer before I think about myself. But they go hand in hand. You know, they really do go hand in hand. Because if I can't earn from it so that I can continue doing this without having another job like I used to have, the one I gave up to do this, then I can't do it, and it'll all go by the by. So I just don't want people... I know I say things because I know there are people out there, and I do receive emails from certain people who, unless it's explained to them, just think I shouldn't be doing and charging anything. And I'm thinking, no, if you've got that idea of things are that free in your head, God help us. But hey, sorry, not being a downer or anything like that. It's just I need to get it out there for people to understand. They only see things, some people, from a certain perspective. They don't look at the broader picture, you know. Like that when I've just said about them having all their stash and they're going, oh, well, this lasts me ages, but you don't craft as much as I do. And they don't take that into account. I am constantly renewing all my stuff because I use so much. Because I do so many videos that are free. You know. Right, that's that. And I'm just going to dry that off. Right, I may not put a false front on it yet. I'm just seeing. No, I think I'm going to leave it. It's going to give it character, and that's what I'm after. Right, what I'm going to do now is just to glue this down, because I don't want the middle. You might want yours, I don't. I don't need the middle. So I didn't need to do anything with it, but I was just showing you what to do in case you did. Okay, we'll just move that out of the way. Right, I'm really sorry about this. I made this tool just after I had painted everything white. I made this using some little sticks, the pointed sticks. And what it is, it was to when I put the modelling paste on here, I then using this particular tool. Let me just clean it off so you can actually see. I was able to, with the points of it, to go in and make it look. You just scrape it. I should have cleaned this off, but it just comes off. It's paste. So you can see it. I can clean that up, that's no problem. Let me just sort it out for you. I did film, I thought I'd filmed it actually, me making it. And it's not showing up on the video, so I thought I'd better come along and show you what I mean. So what I did, took a piece of board, put the, you can use toothpicks or whatever you want, put them together on there like that, glued them on, and then put another piece on just so I had something to grip. Put the modelling paste on here, and then you just do that. And it makes it look like old book pages. See? So that's what I've done. And that's how I did that. So I'm now going to add this to the video that I've done, because it's missing. But you know what I did. So you just take a bit of board, some toothpicks or something, glue them on, make sure they're all level, another bit of board so you've got a grip. Put your modelling paste on and just do that, and it makes it look like pages. I'll see you in a minute. Now I've got some colours here that I might use. I've got some crackle medium and a gloss as well. But I'm going to use this one first, which is the Artiste acrylic pen, and it's the Mocha. Right, oh, I needed to sort that out, didn't I? Oh, never mind, I can clean it off later. Just pop that there. Just remove that one and get another one. So you can use all your spare bits up. Put some of this paint on here. Oops. And it's quite a nice colour, but I can mix it if I want to. Let me just see. I think we'll use the big brush because it's got to go on quite a wide area. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to mix this, and I'm going to use some of this, which is the Naples yellow. So that's the Mocha and that's the Naples yellow. And I'm just going to dip it in. That's it. That's the colour I'm after. Do so much of that. That's it. Just to take that burnt colour off it, if you know what I mean. And then what I'm going to do now is to turn this while it's drying upside down like that. And I've got this ball of string. And I'm going to use a string, but it's quite thick. But you can use jewett string and things like that. and I need 4 pieces. But I'm going to glue the end. So I'm just putting a smidgen on the end. I need to hold that together, and I need to do that. Again, smidging on the end. Like that. And then we need to glue this. Like that. They don't have to be perfect. Turn the book around. And again, seal that off. There you go. So we've got that, but I want to do a frame. Now, I'm going to try, and we need to do an oval. So I'm just going to measure how much I'm going to need roughly. So the glue's still on them, and I'm going to have to make a frame like that. So my job is to cut this into an ovalish shape. Oh, it doesn't have to be that shape either. Just remember, we can make it and change it however we want it. That's all you have to do. So that is going to go on there like that. And I will glue that on when I've got this on. So to stick that down, I'm just going to use some PVA glue with a little bit of water on a brush. That's not going to affect anything. It's not going to hurt anything. A bit more water on my brush. I think that'll be big enough for that. Pop that in the middle. Ish. And then I'm just basically, oops, now, did I wash my brush? No. Can that be fixed? Yes. It just means it'll be a little bit darker. Now that was my mistake, but you learn by yours. I'm lifting that colour off, and there. It's still going to look right. It'll still look how I want it to look. So I just need to put a little bit more glue on there. See that boo-boo I've made, but I'm not fussed about it at all. Remember, this is rice paper and ain't going anywhere. And I'm going to use this, and we will have to let this dry. Just do that around there. Like that. Take our string that we've cut. Now, let's get this right. I will have to let this dry. Now, that's not quite meeting, so I'm going to bring that down a little bit more. And that will do. That will do. I can't see if it's a bit lopsided, but we can shape that to there. That'll do. I'm not fussed about it whatsoever. Not at all. Right, so I'm going to put that to one side, and I'm going to go back to my main colour, which is the brown. And we're just going to colour that. I don't need to wait for it to dry. I don't want to. You don't. It's no rule book saying you have to. No rule book whatsoever. Right, I'm just going to take a little bit of water, wash my brush, take a smaller brush, and you see that, oh, that's gone stiff, hasn't it? And that's no good fit. What's that like? Stiff? That'll do. Taking a smaller brush, and we're just washing that colour out of there. Don't worry about that. Now, just take a tissue or something. Be careful of the tissue though, because it can stick, if you know what I mean. I'm just going to keep doing that. Don't matter if it goes out of shape, we can put it back. I'm going to try and lift some of the colour out. That's what I'm going to do. See, just lift it up by a clean wet brush. And you can lift that up. That's it. Oh, I've just got myself a nice fresh cup of coffee. Now what I've done is I've got the back so far like that and like that. And I'm fine with that. I like the rough look at it. It makes it look old. And I'm going to put some crackle medium on it. It's water-based acrylic paint. Apply acrylic paint on a dry surface. Touch dry. What is it? Touch dry. Oh, I can't even see that. Right, so. And I know this hasn't quite set. And I'm not bothered about that being a dark picture either, to be honest. So this is the crackle that I'm putting on. I'm going to use a smaller brush. Let me just get some tissue. Now what I'm going to add, no idea what effect it will have, not bothered either. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm going to add some of this patina because I want the dark colour. And we're putting these on, so they're going to go there like that. I'm just going to add some of this and see what happens. Now, let's just pop this here. I'm just going to run it from here. No, but I tell you what, it brings up that colour underneath. Oh my, look at that. Yes, it has crackled, I can see. Oh, I love that colour. Oh, and it's bringing it up, look. Wow. Look at that. And you can see all the nooks and crannies in it. You know what I said to you? There's like nooks and crannies everywhere. Now I like that. I'm glad I saved enough. Oh, I like it. I know it won't look as dark once I've dried the bit that I can. Oh, I do like that. I'm going to have to get some more of this stuff. So while this is drying, I think I will go and order some. That is nice colour. Look at that. Looks like a proper leather book. So I've just washed my hands, look. So let's just, I know it, like I say, the sheen will go off a little bit, but it'll come back. Woo. Nice. Right, but the way, first of all, I'm going to put these on. Now, I'm going to use my, let me just see what I've got here. My diamond glaze to glue these on, I think. Now, I'm not sure if I've got them straight yet or where I want them, but we can move them about once I've done this. I will straighten them up. Put plenty on because I know that will help. You might be able to see it more than I can until I pick the book up. Oh, no, I like that. Quite nice, isn't it? So we've still got to put the gold on. I'm going to put some gold on it. I'm fine with that. I think what I might do is to gloss over the picture. Right, what I've just done is I've done that with the patina, and I've done the back as well and dried as much as that off as I can. And I'm going to leave it to dry naturally. I'm just going to do the glossing of this side, and I'll gloss the back later on. That should be enough to cover it. If not, you can put a little bit more on. So it did do exactly the same as what I wanted it to do for the front on this side, on the spine as well. The colours are amazing. I'm not sure if you can actually see it, but they are amazing colours. The way everything's brought them out. Really nice. Quite pleased with that. So I'm just going to let that dry. I think the front's dried enough that it's not going to run or do anything I don't want it to do. So we're just going to let that sink and dry, and I'll be back. Right, I'm just making sure you can still see. Now, I think that's dry enough for me to continue. I've got some copper paints, and I've just gone over the filigree. Even though they were copper, they're not coppery enough for me. So I've just gone over those. And just do a second coat on them. And then what I'm doing is just around the edges is to tap it. Just the edges, tap them. Oops, a daisy, what was that? Oh, my battery. Yeah, like that. Now I will be going around the rim of that. Don't, worry about it. I just wanted to make sure that that section was done, and that can all now blend in together. Yeah, and then we can go over the book like that, which is, I mean, to be honest, it's whatever you want. It's whatever you want to do with your book. It's your book. I haven't finished with mine, and yeah, do you know what, I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, that you might not be able to see what I can see, but that's brought my book up really shimmery. See, this is quite oldie-fashioned, and it's like a lion's head. So I'm going to actually use that one, but it's, with it being brass, it should just stand in there. Let me just see. I don't think I've got that as... Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I'm not fussed about it at all, to be honest. Move that like that. That's it. That's fine. Got it how I want it. And then what I'm going to do is just to go over that with the copper. That's a nice one. Now what I've got to try and do is to do this section. So I do need to water down my paint. Now just let me see. No, I don't need to, because this is an old book. So I'm going to use some espresso. Now, I'm not spraying it. I'm going to paint it on. It is dark, but that's fine. I'm going to use my paintbrush. See? So this is Espresso. Sorry, and this is a Adirondack, if that's how you say it. Okay. Let's turn it around so actually I can see, or I can colour that in there as well with the Adirondack. Anything I've missed I can go over with this, not bothered, it'll be fine. I'm just colouring that bit as well. Oh, look at that. And it's just give it that aged look straight away. Okay, let's just hold this. I love it when it comes together. Because not everything I do I know is going to work. It's just play. That's what it's all about. I'm just going to do this section underneath. Not that you will see that unless I ever lay the book down, that is. I'm just going to paint some of the colour on the sides as well, on the inside cover, just to darken it a little bit. And then I'll do it on this side as well. Like that. Now the other thing that I'm going to do, which is the last thing, then I have to let it all dry. And I've still got to make it pop. And there's a way I'm going to do that shortly. But to do this, now what I'm going to do is, I could use the copper, but I'm going to use the gold leaf. Because books often out of this age, if they were old, were gold leaf at the end. So I'm going to try it and do it this way. See, like that. Okay, and all you do is that. And in a certain light you will see the gold leaf. Like that. I'm just going to do that with it. That's better actually if I do it that way. Yeah, just looks like they're all edged in gold. Wow, that looks really good. See, like that. See how it lifts it, pops it out. You just need a tip, the tip of your finger coated in it. And we can put a little bit more on that to highlight that. See how that pops? I hope you're seeing what I can see, because it has really brought this to life. That's it. That I like that a lot. Oh, definitely. Oh, the more you put on it, the better it looks. And you can still see all the colour in it. Yes, I know. That's nice. Yeah, look at that. Now, that's enough for me. I like that. Only because I have to see me copper. So I'm just going to go over that bit. That's it. Just to take the gold into the background a little bit more. That's it. Because it is supposed to be a coppery colour. Right, that's it. I'm quite happy with that. In fact, I love it, to be honest. Yeah, and it doesn't have to be perfect, which it's not. But I love that. And I love the pages on the book. Love that. So, there you go. I'll put this up and we'll start on something else later on. Bye-bye for now.